Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Dead Walking Dead character video. Today, we are going to be looking at Dr. Caleb Subramanian, who is also known as Dr. S, but I'll just be calling him Caleb. Caleb is of course male. He is played by Sunkrish Bala, although he was born Sunkrish Bala Subramanian, hence why Caleb's surname is Subramanian. He is early 30s and first appeared in 30 Days Without an Accident. Before the outbreak, Caleb trained and became a doctor, and when the outbreak began, he survived either on his own or with a group for a good few months. Sometime after the Season 3 finale, Caleb found and joined the prison community and became the doctor for the community. In Season 4, Caleb is sitting in the courtyard eating and reading a book. He says morning to Daryl, and Daryl asks, "What's up?" During the attack on D Block at night by some of the turned residents, Caleb is able to escape, and later on Caleb is brought to a cell block to inspect Charlie's dead body. Rick mentions there's no bites or wounds, they've just died, and Caleb mentions that they've died horribly. The others mention the blood flowing out of the eyes and nose, and Caleb says it's internal lung pressure, and he uses a soda can analogy to explain how it works. He suggests that it could be an aggressive flu strain, and then hopes that maybe Charlie and Patrick are the only cases. Later, Caleb treats a patient and checks his pulse to see if he's alive, but he is not. He informs Herschel with a headshake and then proceeds to put the man down before he can turn. When Sasha comes to check herself in because she's sick, Caleb meets her struggling to walk as he has come down with the flu. He tells her that they have to tell the others that it's starting to spread. Since Caleb is too ill, Herschel takes over his role, and Caleb is now one of his patients. Herschel gives Caleb some elderberry tea, and he struggles to drink it. He tells Herschel he shouldn't be in here, and then has one big coughing fit, coughing blood onto Herschel's face. Ew. Herschel reminds him, one way or another, Caleb would be in here anyway. Off-screen, Caleb makes some IVs for the other patients as he slowly declines in health. The next day, Herschel comes to have a look at Caleb, but Caleb refuses Herschel's help. The older man comments that the doctors make the worst patients, but Caleb notes that not everyone gets to live. There's a stage where no one can come back from, and he says that he's at that stage. He tells Herschel to instead focus on the ones who can make it, and shows Herschel the IVs that he has made. Caleb says that if he focuses on him, then others will die, and eventually a lot more will be dead, but Herschel says that they can hold on. Caleb gets out of bed and shows Herschel some shotguns that he's brought as a precaution after what happened in D Block. Herschel tells him to get back in bed and says they are not at that stage, but Caleb disagrees. He tells Herschel to make sure that everyone's doors are shut, and then he has another coughing fit. Herschel demands to look at Caleb, and he shines his light in the doctor's face to see that the man is dripping with blood. Sadly, that is the last we see of Caleb alive, as off-screen, Caleb dies from the effects of the flu. His body eventually reanimates, but he did make sure that his cell door was shut at least. Later, when all hell breaks loose in the quarantine cell block, Herschel comes rushing to Caleb to find him as a zombie. The Walker doctor grabs Herschel, and Herschel snaps Caleb's zombie arm and stabs him in the head, putting him down for good. After the carnage, Herschel returns to Caleb's body and closes his one open eye. He reads the Bible and weeps for Caleb and the others. Such a touching scene. Later on, his body is burnt by Herschel and Michonne to stop the infection from spreading. R.I.P. Dr. Caleb Subramanian. Man, I love Dr. Caleb. I think he was a welcome addition to the cast. His character helped to really balance Herschel, and also to show how ballsy Herschel was being. Herschel's old and the other doctor got sick, and yet he's helping anyway. Caleb, I think, was really well characterized for his short appearances, and honestly, it's kind of sad that he was right, and he was too far gone in the sickness and sadly died. He also fits nicely into Season 4's theme of being too far gone. Anyway, tell me your thoughts on Dr. S, as he's called, and I know a lot of you guys wanted to see him, so hopefully I've done it justice, and let's spin that wheel to see who's next. Guys, let's pick another Walking Dead character profile. That's loud. I always do this, I always have it on too loud. Michelle! Finally.